Hello, everyone. So the question is, can you fully and completely recover from anxiety? The good news is that you can absolutely do that. It's something we are hesitant to talk about in psychology circles, in health circles, in counseling and coaching circles, because we don't necessarily want to give people false hope or unrealistic expectations. But the good news is you can absolutely fully and completely recover from anxiety, but also related states of panic, obsessive thinking, compulsions, agoraphobia, different other phobias. The whole range of anxiety related states of mind are absolutely possible for you to recover from. I know it because I've done it myself. I recovered probably around 10 years ago now after having severe anxiety and panic attacks. I've helped a lot of my clients do the same through coaching work, through training, through videos, etc. So I wanted to put together this short video series. I don't exactly know how many videos I'll come up with in the end, but to put some of the key principles in bite-sized chunks so you can revisit it, listen over and over to hopefully get to a point where you're on the road to recovery. I can't guarantee that you will recover. I wish I could wave the magic wand and take it away from you. But I guess if you do follow these principles, you can actually really transform your life. And when you start to get some good wins from it, it does feel like it's magic. The relief you get from these states is worth all the hard work. It does take hard work and time. It does take a lot of work, a lot of learning, a lot of unlearning to get there. But don't worry, you can really enjoy the journey along the way. So in this video specifically around how you cure yourself from anxiety, the simple point I wanted to make today is that all you need to do is soothe and calm your stress response, also known as a flight, fight, or freeze response, the fear response, and calm that overactive, highly sensitized nervous system. That's all you need to do. It's as simple as that, but it's not necessarily easy. And so that's why I'm making a number of videos coming at this topic in a number of different ways to really help you. The reason why that's the solution is because over time, for whatever reasons, through all the stressful experiences you've had in your life over weeks, months, years, and we've all got different life experiences, your nervous system has taken a beating. And so now you've gotten to a point, if you're experiencing high anxiety, everyday challenges, phobias, panic, whatever it might be, is that your nervous system is really tired and fatigued. And so what it's done, it's started to switch on to high alert. So it's starting to see everyday challenges as physical threats. So the body doesn't now realize that you're just thinking about some anxious thoughts, thinking about money worries, thinking about that email that you got at work, the discussion you had with a family member, a health anxiety, whatever it might be. It's treating all those thoughts, those worrying what if thoughts, as though you're facing a physical threat, as though there's a vicious dog chasing you in the street. And so the flight or fight or that fear response is activated. It's sending through all these surges of adrenaline, your heart's racing, oxygen's getting pumped to all the muscles, your senses are emboldened, the breathing accelerates. You're getting all this surge of energy as though just to give you that energy to deal with a physical threat, to run, so take off, to flee, so that's the flight, to turn and fight. That's why you've got a lot of adrenaline going to all the muscles, or to freeze and hide from the danger. So this massive amount of energy is coming in because it thinks it's trying to protect you. And so there's actually not really a lot going on wrong with your mind other than you've got this overactive flight or fight response. And so the point of today's video is just to help you understand that the only thing you really have to do to ultimately cure yourself from anxiety, and again, these related states, is to calm that flight or fight response over time. Because if you don't have an active flight or fight response, if you get an email, if you get a worry, a what if thought come into your mind about anything, if there's no reaction or physical response in your body, no little drip or surge of adrenaline, No heart racing, no fast breathing, no sweaty palms, no feeling sick in the stomach, no lump in the throat, no tension, no headaches, whatever it might be, then you're simply not going to react. You're not going to get anxious. You're not going to feel a compulsion to do something. Those obsessive thoughts will start to dissolve over time because you now know what's going on and why, how that flight or fight response is become overactive over time and is now starting to incorrectly get you to react to everyday life challenges which don't need that same level of attention. And so the reason is, of course, is because you've put yourself, not deliberately, but we do this in the modern world, which is why so many people are suffering. We expose ourselves to high stakes of stress, little by little, week by week, month by month. And over time, the body's going, whoa, I can't cope, this is too much, until it finally gets to a point where it starts to almost switch on all the time, or seemingly all the time. So we can, as human beings, we can deal with short-term stress really well. We can cope with it, but it has to be for the short term. And then we need to go back into what they call rest and digest mode, where the nervous system calms down, the flight or fight calms down, your breathing slows down, heart rate slows down, digestion kicks back in, the immune system kicks back in, and you can start to feel a lot calmer. And if we go back into that state regularly, we're starting to regulate and soothe our nervous system over time. So that's all that's happening with anxiety. All it is you've got an overactive nervous system and flight or fight response, the fear response, fueling negative thinking and worry. So that's the simple point that I wanted to cover off on today's video. If you're watching this with a bit of a tired mind, fatigued, maybe you're not sleeping that well, there's lots of other things going on, you've been worrying a lot, it's best we don't try and tell you everything in one video. Otherwise, it can get too hard to absorb. So in terms of the anxiety cure, again, all you need to do is calm that flight or fight, calm the stress response, soothe the nervous system over time. And I'll talk more about how to do that in the videos, but know that it is absolutely possible and you can fully and completely recover. I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, if there's anything I'm not addressing, please put a comment in the video below or send me a message and I'll try and make sure I cover it off either in a recorded video or a live session as well. But in the meantime, I wish you all the very best.